Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream. I'm going to do our January the 4th spiritual principle a day in a meditation. Hope you're doing well this morning. Let's go ahead and get into the meditation. The title of it is The Gift of Attention. Hearing addicts share their experience, seeing recovery in action, feeling the love in the room, all this is as much part of the process as the work we do on the steps. That comes from our Guiding Principles book, Tradition 11, Opening Essay. The attraction rather than promotion that's evident in the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous is often what keeps us coming back in early recovery. If we smelled promotion, it would be a major turnoff. Many of us may start out skeptical, but desperation forces us to pay close attention. At first, the steps, as read in How It Works at many meetings, may not resonate. They're not what we had in mind as our solution. But the stories we hear, the warmth we experience, takes hold. Witnessing recovering addicts being their full selves is remarkable and absorbing, and it keeps us coming back. Someone identifies themselves as brand new. This is my first meeting ever, and receives a genuine, hospitable welcome. A member celebrates 2 years clean, made so precious by the fact that it took way longer than that for them to reach this milestone. Another shares their story of losing connection to NA due to family responsibilities and then rekindling their bond to the fellowship, thanks to members staying in touch. Others speak about their addictive relationship with food, sex, or money, and about illness, loss, or lapses in judgment that have ugly consequences. And many others talk honestly about their struggles with stuff we can't control: a psycho first date, a mean boss, traffic, and the weather. We are paying attention to all these stories, their unique threads and common messages, and their shared solutions often found in the 12 steps. When we work the steps to the best of our ability, they help us undergo the profound change that allows us to stay clean and more free from the self-centered fear that can bog us down. But that's never to discount the importance of all the hard-won experience and wisdom we pick up from other members. Recovery isn't just what happens on our own with our step work. It's what we hear, see, and feel from each other. It's all the elements of the program in concert. Yes, I am committed to the solutions contained in the steps. I'm always here to pay attention to my fellow addicts and enrich my recovery. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. Wow, what a gift. This meditation, today they have been amazing. They are rocking my world. I'm full of gratitude right now. The gift of attention. And for me to actually, I know I've read this before, right? I've at least read it last year, right? So I've read this before, but for some reason it's sitting in my spirit a little bit different because I'm seeing with my own eyes, and I know this, I know that I've read this, that step work is important, but our recovery is far more than just working the steps with our sponsor. It is our interaction with one another. Like the Just for Today said, it's the love of the fellowship. It's being able to give the gift of attention to a hurting person. And having received it ourselves, we are able to keep it when we do that. I keep what I have, right? In the sense that I give it away. It enriches my own experience, my own recovery. It enriches me to give the gift of attention, to finally get out of the way and be present with another human being and be right there. Be that face that they look at when they're sharing, wondering if you're going to have a microaggression of discontent or, surprised or disgust or disdain, and not having any reaction other than an occasional head nod, maybe, but just eyes that are giving them the attention, that are full of love, giving them our eyes and our ears and our hearts as they share. That's the gift of attention. And we learn how to do that here. We learn not to cross share. We learn not to judge others. We learn not to try and impose our belief systems on other people. We learn to allow people to have their process of coming to an understanding of God. We don't have to shove it down anyone's throat. This isn't a promotion. This is about attraction. And the way that it's attractive is when I give the gift of attention. It's so much more than being a book thumper. It's so much more than I'm on my first and second step, or I just did my fifth step with my spine. It's so much more than that. And I'm not trying to downplay, and neither are they, downplay the work that goes into our recovery. But at some point, we don't even have to talk about it because we are about it and it shows. It's an attraction. So these last two sentences here, I'll highlight them before I let you go because I do need to get ready for hosting the international meeting. Recovery isn't just what happens on our own with our step work. It's what we hear, see, and feel from each other. It's all the elements of the program in concert. When I think about a beautiful concert, and I love classical music, I love listening to symphonies, some of my brain power music is all classical, right? I love music. And this program, the elements of the program working in concert, right? Where every piece, every sound, every beat of every heart is in unison with carrying the message to the still suffering addict or to the addict that suffers, and doing it in a way that is loving and caring. That is what this is about. It's not just about, oh, I'm doing my step work. It's about the way we give the gift of attention. Today, what I want you to take away from this, because I have to get going, is I want you to take away that what you've been freely given, let's freely give it back. Let's give the gift of attention. Today, when you're in a meeting, or the next meeting you're in, or the next conversation you're in with a family member or whoever, the next person you serve at your store where you're working, whatever it is you're doing on your job, give the gift of attention. We learned that in Narcotics Anonymous, and it goes a long way for restoration and healing and recovery for others. So I want for you to have a beautiful day today. I'll be talking to you tomorrow, but I want you to have a beautiful day on purpose, okay? Be intentional about the day. Talk to you tomorrow.